To some of our top stories in the 6:30 half hour. Several major incidents were reported overnight. One was by the Red Lodge Fire and Rescue, who says they found the body of a hiker who went missing several months ago. And later, beyond the big sky, a major fire was reportedly caused by lithium battery storage units at a facility in Boulder City, Nevada. We're going to go over everything we know here in just a bit.
And right now we're taking a live look at Broadus. We are looking at the sun rising. The skies are clear and the temperatures are going to be warming this afternoon. Those details coming up.
Wake up, you gotta rise to the sun. And here it comes, it's time to make the best of what you got to give. It's all about rising, and I wanna be there.
Hi everybody, welcome to the big show. It's 6:30 on the dot. Chief Meteorologist Tracy Smith. My name is John Martin. Have some fun stuff to talk about, have some serious stuff to talk about. Let's talk about the weather too.
Yeah.
It's pleasant stuff to talk about. We started the week with some autumnal-like temperatures. We're kind of seeing a warm-up this week. Still pleasant.
Yeah, we had a passing cold front that really gave us those fall-like conditions, but now we're kind of back in the thick of it with that ridge of high pressure allowing for temperatures to climb back up into the 70s and 80s. Right now, though, temperatures, while they are a little bit warmer, we are still seeing a couple of 30s there out of Kalispell, Butte, and Bozeman. Otherwise, temperatures into the low to mid 40s out of Missoula, going into Helena, and upper 50s out of Great Falls. Out of central and eastern Montana today, we are looking at temperatures right now mostly into the 40s from Lewiston, Livingston, and Cody, low to mid 40s at that, and of course low to mid 50s out of Glasgow, Billings, and Miles City. As I mentioned, those daytime highs are going to feel a little bit more summer-like. We've got temperatures climbing back up into the upper 70s out of Kalispell, Butte, Bozeman, and Dillon, mid 80s out of Missoula. You've got low to mid 80s out of central Montana, as well as the eastern plains, and of course you're looking at more upper 80s out of Great Falls and Glasgow. So that's going to be some of our warm spots there. Right now on the satellite and radar, we are looking at clear skies across the entire state. That extends down into Cody and Sheridan as well. We are expected to hang on to those clear and dry conditions throughout much of the day. You're not even looking at cloud cover tracking across the state, but we will see a little bit of our winds increasing in from the southwest as we get more into the afternoon, and that might usher in a little bit of smoke and haze from neighboring fires out of northwestern Montana and down into the southeast. And of course, your full weather forecast is coming up here shortly.
We look forward to that. Tracy, thank you very much. We do have breaking news from overnight as Red Lodge Fire Rescue says that they recovered the body of a missing hiker at East Rosebud Creek. Carbon County Sheriff Josh McQuillan identified the body to be of 23-year-old Tim Sanford of Minnetonka, Minnesota. Tim went missing on June the 8th after being swept up near the outlet of Rimrock Lake. The area in which he went missing is a location where several incidents have happened in the past. And after so many tragedies, there is anticipation that work will soon be done to help improve safety around the area. Now, following this development, the Red Lodge Fire Rescue Chief shared, quote, "After more than 3 months of dedicated search operations and hundreds of hours of volunteer time, we are grateful to finally be able to bring Tim home to his family," end quote. Our thoughts are with Tim's family. Out of Anaconda now, authorities say that they suspect foul play following the discovery of a missing person's body in a burned building. On Wednesday, September the 17th, Pinnacle Peak Storage reportedly caught fire and received significant damage from the flames, enough so that the roof of the building collapsed. With this, authorities found evidence suggesting arson and prompted an investigation. During that investigation, law enforcement got a call reporting a missing person on Friday, September the 19th. Then, on Monday, law enforcement found security footage showing an individual near the property who matched the description of the missing person. So, heavy equipment was used to search through the debris and found a body under the rubble. That body has now been sent to the Montana State Crime Lab for identification. We are, of course, keeping close tabs on this case, and as always, we'll provide more information both on air and online. To a developing story out of Billings now. Since launching an investigation last week, the Montana Rescue Mission has let go of 3 employees. We're talking Executive Director Matt Lundgren, Operations Coordinator Martin Tito Albaran, and Program Director Vanessa Bond. Board members declined to give details surrounding their firings. However, Justin Dubale spoke with community members to get further insight on how things have been operating at the mission.
With the loss of 3 key employees and an investigation centered on HR complaints still underway, it begs the question to how things were running and how the MRM moves forward.
It was ran by bullying. It was ran by fear.
John French says he fell on hard times this time last year, saying he lost his marriage and that his truck was stolen. This resulted in him finding shelter at the MRM for over 3 months.
I gotta bite the bullet and find a place safe and warm meal and someplace to sleep.
French secured a spot long-term in the shelter by being a part of their residential program, where residents work shifts for the MRM, mainly in their kitchen or in their thrift store. French worked in the kitchen, which he liked.
I enjoyed doing it. I liked making hot meals for them.
French says he wasn't paid for his work, but in return he was given a bed and food to eat. However, he says multiple times he was asked to do more than he was required.
They didn't have the staff. Why pay for me when they're getting me for free?
French says the working environment was strict and had rules he didn't agree with.
If you didn't live there, we couldn't feed you. I didn't care. I could have been fired immediately. But I know what it's like to be hungry.
He says employees at the MRM operated under fear of Lundgren and at the time operations coordinator Tito Albaran.
They had the same issues we did. If they didn't do what they were told, it's like it was ran by bullying. You didn't do it, you got disciplined. It wasn't, even if it was something that you did that was right for a human.
Marcy Neary, executive director at the Community Crisis Center, says prior to 2018, the two organizations worked together well. But since then, the Crisis Center has felt shut out.
Things just started kind of changing the other direction where they wanted to do, seemed like they wanted to do their own thing. And I do hope that we will be able to get back on track so that we can all work together.
Eric Peterson, board member for the MRM, tells us that the board has heard and recognizes the stories and complaints people have given since this news broke and wants the mission to be better moving forward.
It's not something that we're, trying to, gloss over or ignore. I'm actually, I'm taking those stories in. I'm listening to what people have to say, and we're using that information to help guide us into the future to see, where we can make improvements in our service offerings and in our work culture.
Peterson says it'll be a nationwide search for their next director and that the board will look at restructuring the position's salary and duties.
From my conversations with other members on the board and just kind of revisiting what that position looks like, we do think that there needs to be we need to address the compensation there.
We'll continue to follow this story and provide updates as we get them. In Billings, Justin DeBell for NonStop Local.
Well, Justin, thank you very much for that update. Looking beyond the big sky now, it was reported by the Boulder City, Nevada Police Department that overnight a fire broke out at a solar site sometime late Tuesday evening. Town Site Solar was on fire for several hours. It's been reported that the fire started after 2 Tesla Megapack battery units ignited, which prompted a multi-agency response. You see there on your screen. Boulder City Fire said in their latest social media post, the fire is in a smoldering phase and has been turned over to the company reps. They will notify us if anything flares up or there are concerns. We are clearing the area at this time. Bringing things back to the Treasure State now, the 3rd annual 0 to 5 Montana Child Care Business Summit is underway at Fairmont Hot Springs. Elena Margot tells us more about the progress the summit has brought and will bring to families in Montana with young ones.
Thank you. The 2025 Child Care Business Summit is focused on bringing businesses, child care providers, and local leaders together, all with the central focus of helping Montana families hurdle this challenge.
The trickle effect down to families is that families will have more options when it comes to accessing care for their kids and also being able to know that their kids are in quality, safe locations when and if they need to, participate in the workforce. We're elevating these issues and we're demonstrating that there are solutions taking place, and there's always more work to do. But
Over this most recent legislative session, House Bill 924 was passed, which Executive Director Caitlin Jensen says is a huge win for opening up new avenues for childcare.
We have just seen huge progress in even the last couple of years of seeing that prioritization exist at all levels of government, and we're really excited to see what we can build upon from here and how these investments will not only help support kids and families and providers in the workforce today, but how we can continue building upon these strategies and solutions well into the future.
This afternoon, Governor Gianforte attended a fireside chat at the summit to discuss the importance of investments in childcare in the state. Through the last 2 summits, Jensen says this work has a real impact on how much parents need to pay and how they can access care to support and nurture their young kiddos. The summit will continue through the end of the day Wednesday after more keynote speakers, interagency discussions, and breakout sessions conclude. Reporting for NonStop Local, I'm Elena Margot.
Oh, Elena, thank you very much for that. Thousands of students swapped the classroom for hands-on learning experiences with local businesses in Great Falls. Joey Taylor takes us to the World of Work event to show us more.
You are absolutely correct. A career fair on steroids is the best way to describe this event. From military to stethoscopes, from law enforcement to heavy machinery, students had the chance to explore dozens of potential careers.
3, 4, 5.
More than 2,300 students from across Montana flooded the University of Providence and Great Falls College campuses to get a real taste of the working world.
I'm pretty happy. I'm glad people take the time out of their day just to make sure the next generation is going to be awesome.
For some students, it was a chance to discover something brand new.
I'm just kind of exploring all the different career options and just seeing what I might like to do in the future.
15, 16, 17.
Others left with a clearer vision of what they want to pursue down the road.
I want to do like mechanicking and welding. That's most appealing to me.
Overall, educators say events like this give students a head start by connecting school lessons to real-world skills.
It really sets them on a trajectory that they may not even know exists. The possibilities are endless for students, and they get to see that. It's tangible here today to be able to talk to so many different professionals across, like I said earlier, so many different fields, so many different industries. It's just a beautiful thing for them to consider things they might not have been exposed to otherwise.
Organizers say the goal is to inspire the next generation to dream big and prepare for Montana's future workforce. In Great Falls, I'm Joey Taylor, NonStop Local.
Joey, thank you very much. And now a note for park goers in Billings. 2 Moon Park will be temporarily closed until this Friday. Park staff took to social media earlier this week to make the announcement, stating that the closure was put in place to keep people safe while heavy equipment is being used to clear woody invasive species and prep the sites for native plantings. If anyone has any questions about the work being done there, they are asked to contact the Yellowstone County Weed District or the MSU extension of Yellowstone County Horticulture. All right, everybody, 6:42 on this wonderful Wednesday. We'll be right back with a check of your forecast.